Hi, welcome to day 2. I logged in today and I was able to get my UR Dream ticket. Very, very good pickup. I am not going to use it yet. Not sure what I want to use it on exactly. I don't really need to use it on the Floodgate and Canadia just yet, because I still have a pretty good chance of pulling them with this half price box sale on the older boxes. As you can see, each pack is only 25 gems. So we are going to go open them up in a little bit as soon as I finish off the bingo sheet. The bingo sheet's going to be really, really good. I'm going to get a metal morph out of it. I'm going to get a econ out of it. I might actually use one of my SR tickets to get my second econ. They're going to be a really big power spike for my deck. Now, between Canadia and Floodgate, I think I'm going to try to pull the Floodgate. That's just because I have Book of Moon. Book of Moon targets, Floodgate does not target. So I want a way to get around stuff like a really big Archfiend's Call or a really big Lunalite. But yeah, otherwise I would be going for Canadia. It's just that the other cards in that box are a lot better than the fodder you get in the Floodgate box. And I was farming the Duel quizzes. I finished all of the second level quizzes. As you can see, I got 3,300 gems. So I have quite a bit to spend. I'm going to be able to spend every single one of them. And there's our econ. Okay, let's go see if we cannot get a Canadia. Floodgate. As soon as I pull the Floodgate, I'm going to reset the box. Nothing else in here that we really want. And we got Horus and BES. What does this do? When this card is normal send, put 3 counters on it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card attacks or is attacked, remove 1 counter. If you cannot destroy it once per turn in the main phase, you can change one face-up attack position. I mean, it's not a horrible one tribute. Might end up going into our deck the way it is now. Our deck is not the strongest. No Canadia. We did get magical something. Each time a spell card is activated, put 1 spell counter on this card. When that spell card resolves, this card's level is increased by the number of counters. You can remove 3, then target 1 quick play in your graveyard. Set that card. Oh, that might be really good, being able to recycle our enemy controllers. That's definitely worth a look. Another BES. Put 3 counters on it, cannot be destroyed by battle. Remove 1. If you cannot destroy it once per turn, you can remove 1 counter, destroy 1 spell or trap. That is also a really good 1 tribute. The good thing about Econ is that we can Econ take their monster and then tribute over them for these BES cores. We got K9 Tor. Big beat stick. We also got Blustering Winds, which is it'd be fantastic if this was a quick play spell. Fortunately, it's not, but that might also see play in our deck. Almost bought a single pack. Prismatic 5-headed dragon. Do not think we're going to get that out. Ooh, we did get Bacon Saver. It's a pretty good card. We also got Samurai Skull, a card that we will need 3 of if we decide to go into Shiranui's. Not sure if that's where we'll be wanting to spend our gems though, especially after all the nerfs. They're still a good deck, but they're not nearly as dominant as they were before. We got Big Boy Man-Eater Bug. We got another core and a fusion recycling plant. That's pretty good for if we ever play a deck that revolves around fusions. maybe can even fit in a hero deck. Ah, another fusion support. Still haven't pulled the floodgate though. Almost halfway through the box. Ooh, we got the Horus. I think we actually have all the Horuses we need if we want to play that. All we need now is a couple level up cards. Horus, pretty good. Cannot be summoned set, must be special summoned by Horus the Black Flame level 6 or by the card level up. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. During either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. You must control this face-up card. He's kind of like a worse 6 Samurai. Because you can't target traps, but you can still stop the spells. It's just kind of a pain to bring them out. Ooh, another BES core. Didn't really get anything that pack. We got Card Guard. This is normal summon, special summon, place 1 guard counter on it. This card gains 300 attack. Once per turn, you can target one other card, remove 1 guard counter from this card, place it on that one, and if it would be destroyed, remove it. That's not half bad. Destruction protection. We also got Flame Tiger. During your draw phase, if this card is in your graveyard and you control no monsters, instead of conducting a normal draw, you can special summon. I don't know, it's pretty situational. 1800 beater. Typhoon? Nah, Typhoon's pretty bad. Typhoon only destroys face-up spells and traps, which most of the time is not the issue. We got Arcana Knight Joker. We might be able to play Arcana Knights. Can we? How many? We have 8 queens, 8 jacks. How many, and 4 kings. We have all of them. Just not sure if we would want to play that. What does he do? Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can discard the same type of card. Okay, so he's like Ultimate Providence on legs. Last 5 packs. And it looks like we didn't get it. We have not pulled the floodgate yet. There are only 4 ultimate UR cards left. That's unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world. I am going to go up here, exchange a couple tickets, and get another enemy controller. And now with all these cards we pulled, I'm going to go see how we can upgrade our deck. See you then. Okay, before we get into deck building, I wanted to just really quick use one of my UR tickets. And I wanted a tribute monster now that I have Econ, just so I can like Econ take tribute. I wasn't sure if I wanted Nine-Tailed Fox, which can keep bringing itself back from the grave, or if I wanted Anubis. Anubis can really shut down Blue Eyes. I think I'm just going to go for Anubis. Lots of things rely on graveyard strategies, so I think Anubis would be very, very good pickup. Okay, I think this is going to be the deck. Pretty much we're still trying to just get out Zeta as soon as possible by getting out a monster and a level 3 tuner. The tuners are all normal summons, so I'm hoping that the normal monsters can be specialed out. We're running Level Warrior, who can be specialed out as a level 4. We are running Assault Dog, who if destroyed by battle, searches out the other 2 Assault Dogs from deck. And we're running 2 Flame Tigers, where if he gets destroyed by battle, at the start of our next draw, we won't have any monsters on board, and we could special summon him from the graveyard, and then play a tuner, get into Zeta. We are also running one, the end of Anubis, just to kind of shut down graveyard strategies. We can always tribute one of our guys for him, but we can also econ take and then tribute over for the end of Anubis, which is very nice. We are running Book of Moon as normal, just very good staple. We are running Enemy Controller to switch a guy into defense or take, Metal Morph to get over big attackers, and Half Counter as kind of a battle trap. And it's not bad, it's very prone to back row removal, but if they don't, it helps us get over things like Blue Eyes, White Dragons, and other huge beat sticks quite easily. As for the skill, I think I'm going to run Beatdown. Just give my guys a little bit extra oomph. And this will be the deck. I'll go take it into PvP. Hope you enjoy the replays. Okay, first match. Up against Kaiba. Makes me think it's another Blue Eyes deck. Still quite a few of those running around the ladder. Going second. My opening hand is kind of a brick. I have Anubis but no monsters. Flame Tiger is a really good draw right off the top. Fortunately, it gets econed right away. He is able to get out a Blue Eyes, and he'll get out another one during the end phase when Whitestone Ancients activates. Now, one of my face downs was econ, so I could have econned the Blue Eyes to put it in defense position and not take the 3k, but I would rather, during my draw phase, use Flame Tiger's effect to get him back on the board and use econ for econ take. Doing this, I am able to get rid of his Blue Eyes, bring out Anubis, and attack over his tuner. So here he tries to destroy Anubis, half counter, boost my Anubis. And I was 50 damage off of lethal. However, top decking the guard dog gave me lethal. Once he saw that, he surrendered. Here is the second replay. This time we go up against a meta deck. This is Invoked Neos. Full Invoked Neos down in bronze. He's running like triple Canadia, triple Floodgates. It's really bad. So I go off for Anubis right off the bat. Gets Canadia'd. Flip Anubis back up. Gets Floodgated. I summon Tiger to try to get over his defense position monster. But he set an Alistair, which was kind of a weird choice. I econ to get rid of the Alistair. And then this turn, he's able to go off. Gets off his invocation. Goes into Purgatrio. And then he sends Alistair back to hand. Boosts his Purgatrio. And from here, he just goes for the OTK. I couldn't even use half counter. I just kind of wasted here, but even if I used it on a Flame Tiger, still would have been a little bit short of getting over Purgatrio. Can't win them all. This is the third match, and this one was a pretty good match. I really outplayed this guy. It was great. Everything in my deck was working as it should. This one just felt so clean. So clean. Up against another Blue Eyes deck. So I don't really have a great turn one, kind of bricked out. So I just set 3, including a Junk Changer, which is kind of a do-nothing card. I have my Book of Moon to protect it, and I have a half counter and a Metal Morph. I tribute it. I can go for Anubis, and I destroy his glow-up bulb, which Anubis just kind of straight up counters. He's still going to try to activate it. Anubis negates. Ancient Rules, he goes for his Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon banishes half counter. Now, here he is using Karma Cut and targeting my Anubis. In response to that Chain Link 2, I am going to activate Enemy Controller, tribute my Anubis to take control of his Dragon Spirit of White. Now that I have all the monsters, I use Beatdown, and I can go for lethal. Just a very, very clean game. Very nice. Fourth game, Up against Joey, doesn't really mean much. Just kind of assuming everybody at this point is a Blue Eyes player. So, I play Bryce Synchron in 3 back row. He's able to get out his Blue Eyes. I wasn't super scared of that. I have half counters back here, which if I activate will explode his Blue Eyes and my Synchron at the same time, which I think is pretty worth it. He goes in for the Luster Dragon, switch it to defense, and I blow up his Blue Eyes and my Synchron. He, however, has Birthright and gets in there for 3,000. Kind of in trouble here. Take out his Luster Dragon. Now, he uses Revival Rhapsody, so I can't take any battle damage this turn, which is fantastic. Here, I'm going to special summon Flame Tiger, tribute it off for Anubis, go to Beatdown, take him out, and now my face down is another half counter, so I can take out his Blue Eyes. Take out the Luster Dragon. Here he top decks what is actually a Wall of D, and I go in Synchro into Zeta. He uses his Wall of D, still work my way through it, and then he Drowning Mirror Forces Wall of D and Mirror Force. I surrendered at this point, just because he was going to be able to get out of Blue Eyes during the end phase with his White Stone Ancients, and that was game. Here is the 5th and final match. Up against Bronk. Bronk is playing a Xyz deck, just kind of a generic Xyz deck, bunch of level 4s that can get special summoned, and then he's running some Xyz boss monsters. His skill is Return of the Archduke, so I know he's really doubling down on Xyz. So I don't have a great turn 1, just kind of set everything. He destroys Assault Dog, get 2 more of them, and from here I'm able to Synchro into Zeta. Zeta is fantastic. Whenever he Xyz summons now, I can just bounce it and Zeta. And he, on his turn, is going to pop off. Just gets out a bunch of level 4s. Xyzes into Deltros, which is very unfortunate because Deltros cannot activate effects to normal or special summon monsters. So on summon, I can't use Zeta to bounce him. So he's going to get his effect off. It's going to destroy my Assault Dog, and then I can bounce. Now I use Beatdown, which lets me get over Deltros. He's going to burn me for another 500. Now here, he's playing around the Zeta. He normal summons Dinotherium and boosts it up, hoping that I don't have a way to get rid of it. However, I'm able to use half counter, just do a bunch of damage and clear it out. Here he tries to Econ take, I use my own Econ to stop it, and from here I'm just able to attack through for game. Overall, I think this deck is a lot better than the one I had in the previous episode. However, the win rate's still the same. I won 5 of my matches and lost 5 others. Solid 50% win rate. One thing I've been thinking about is switching over to Asta and Yuma to get the Utopia skill. There's quite a lot of times where I could Xyz into a Utopia. However, I don't have or Xyz into anything. However, my only one requires 3 level 4s instead of 2 level 4s. So I've been considering that. However, Beatdown also helped me get over quite a lot of threats. All my boss monsters are at 2,500, which is just on par with a lot of other monsters. So Beatdown really helps me get over them. Besides that, I think the deck is working pretty good. It's pretty consistent. I drew a lot of back row pretty regularly, which surprised me because there's only, 7 back row cards? But a lot of turn 1s I was able to just set 3 cards into the back row, which was fantastic. Shoutouts to Half Counter. half counter was coming in really clutch a lot of the games. It was how I was getting through a lot of monsters. So that's it for today's. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again.